How you doing, Matt?
Hi. Thanks for having me, Josh.
Yeah, pleasure. Welcome back to the Late Night Scoop with Skip. I'm Joshua Skip Smith. I'm here with my special guest, senior Bethany College student athlete, Matt Grimard. He just had his pro day today at West Virginia University. He's broke several records for the Bethany College Bison football team, and he's had an outstanding high school football career as well at Drake in Lowell, Massachusetts. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing pretty good, you know. Just got back from the pro day. A little tired from the workout and stuff, but feeling good. I feel pretty confident with my performance, and I feel like it was a great experience and a good way to put my name out there and get some exposure.
Absolutely. What was your day like today? What time did you have to get up and be there?
Well, you know, me and Coach Garvey, we rode out together to Morgantown. We left Bethany around 6 in the morning.
Oh, early.
Yeah, it was early. You know, it kind of put me in the mindset early. You know, activities really didn't start till 9. We got in there. I got to get into the weight room around 8, stretch, meet some of their guys, kind of get comfortable with how everything's going to go. And right around 8:45, 9 o'clock, we jumped right into things. We started off with the broad jump, then we went over to the vertical jump, and then we went over to the bench press, which they actually had me not participate in because they didn't want it to interfere with my throwing.
You as a quarterback, yeah,
Yes,
that probably
yeah.
would definitely interfere with
Yeah.
your ability to throw as your best potential.
Yep, that's what they said, you know, they don't want me to tie her out or anything. They want my arm to be fresh, so yeah. So after I did the broad jump, vertical jump, I just went over to the field house. They have a nice indoor facility over there. Went in, put my cleats on, started stretching right away, and got after things over there.
And it was you and Coach Garvey that went to WVU?
Yes, it was us two that went together. We met up with the strength and conditioning coach there, and they had a couple guys there, 8 to 10 guys participated, and they had 2 guys come back that were previous graduates trying to give themselves a second chance. And so, yeah, we met up with them. Like I said, we did the broad jump, vertical jump, bench press. We got into the indoor facility.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, they gave us 15, 20 minutes to stretch, run around, get a little feel for the turf and stuff, and then we went right into the 40-yard dash.
Oh.
And
how'd you do?
I feel like I ran pretty well. I've dropped about 15 pounds since the season ended, so I feel a little lighter. I felt lighter on my feet, and I've been training for it, and I feel like I ran a pretty good time, so I was happy about that. But yeah, we ran the 40, and we went over to the Pro Shuttle after that, which is the 5-10-5 shuttle. It's just, you know, kind of
another running exercise?
Yeah, it's running, changing direction, and acceleration type of thing. And we all went through that. A couple guys got 2 reps if they feel they didn't get a good first rep. After that, we went over to the 3-cone drill, which is the L drill. It's kind of like a touch and go figure 8 type of drill. They do it, they test your time and speed, and I feel like I ran pretty well on that. And then the last testing event before the field events, we did the 60-yard Pro Shuttle, which is it's like a 5 touch it, come back, 10 touch it, all the way up to 15. It equals out to 60 yards. It's the skill guys run it, kind of see how you can change direction, pick up speed, and then stop and go. So I participated in that, and
you feel like you did pretty well? Or?
Yeah, Coach Garvey prepared me pretty well for that. We did a lot of the 60-yard Pro Shuttle during camp and spring ball last year as part of our conditioning, so I was comfortable with it. And like I said, I knew I was going to be doing some of these events, so you know, you've seen me around. I've been training.
Absolutely.
Been working towards getting better times, and I feel like I've put up probably my best numbers. So
that's great. Good. That's absolutely wonderful.
Great. Yeah.
And now, did the recruiters, is that who's there?
Scouts.
Scouts. Okay. Now the scouts, do they really focus and pay close attention to how precise you do making the cuts around the cone drills, and how quick you are when you actually do the touching the line and back?
Well, yeah. How it was set up, 40-yard dash, they kind of gave us just a lane down the sideline. The scouts had 2 sets of bleachers set up right outside the lane towards the end, and they all had stopwatches doing their own times, timing it. And when it came to the agility type of stuff and the shuttles and the 3-cone drill, they were actually very on top of things. They actually made sure you touched every line. They made sure you didn't touch, when you touched your right hand down the line, you couldn't bring your left hand down, or you had to restart. It was very precise. You touched the cone with your foot, you had to start over. It was
really?
They were really on top of things, making sure that they got the times they wanted and you were doing the drill right. So yeah, they were very tedious with that process.
Well, I'm sure they were. I mean, it's a very big honor, I guess, to even go to a pro day. I'm sure you've been working up to this day here today your whole life.
Yeah.
You've been playing.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, since I was 7 years old, I've always loved football, and like I said, this is just a great opportunity for me to be able to come out and show my set of skills to some scouts. And I mean, I've met some of them before. They've came to some games throughout the season and popped in here and there to watch some film and talk with me. But it was good to get on the field with them, and they could tell me what they wanted to see directly, and I could show them that I could do that.
That motivates you and inspires you within.
Yeah, that was more on the field events, when it was just kind of, they directly target what they want to see, and that's what they tell you they want to see, and you do it, and hopefully you can do it your best.
Give us a little bit of insight, me and the fans that are watching today. What did you do in the field events?
Well, they broke it into 4 different groups. It was 15-minute groups. It was quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, and then it was like linebackers and D-line, and then offensive line, and then safeties and linebackers. We each had a 15-minute session on the field. For mine, I went out. I had a receiver lined up to my right, and they would we went through a route tree. So they gave the receivers different routes every time up. And
did you have an option of who to throw to, or did you
no,
have one specific receiver?
It was one single guy. He would tell me kind of go through progressions, act like you're making a read downfield, and then turn and then make that throw as if it was a real game situation. Which I try to do when I'm out on the field by myself or working, so I felt comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
And a lot of the throws were what I was expecting. Definitely, some shallows across the middle, and then a lot of the deep balls toward the sideline and the skinny post. And so that's what I've been working towards, and that's really what he focused on with the receiver we had running. And then I got to throw some passes to the backside of the backfield as well, which is good because it's a different, it's almost like a different style. Receivers have a different style than running backs, speed-wise, hands-wise, just run routes different. So I got to throw some swings out of the backfield, some option routes, some hooks, some goes, and it was just good. I felt real good back there. I felt like my drops were pretty good. That was one of the things I worried about coming in, because
I'm sure
I worked a lot out of the shotgun through most of all shotgun through high school and college. So, I've only had this 3-4 month period from where football ended to now to practice under center, and I've been working it, but I still don't feel as confident in it as I wanted to be, but I feel like I did pretty well for not doing it, you know, for a long time.
Yes. Now, it's a little bit of an awkward question since it's a pro day and, you know, you're really just showing your passing skills, but out of curiosity, did they have any defenders out there at all?
No, it was just open skelly,
Okay.
no defense, just receivers and making sure I can make the throws on time.
Were you on point?
Yeah, I threw the ball pretty well. I had one ball going to the ground. It was early on. Made the transition. I warmed up most of the day with the college ball, the GST, and we switched to the NFL ball. So it was kind of a little different my first couple throws, and like I said, I had one going to the ground, and that was really my only bad ball. Every other ball, whether I was throwing to a spot or throwing, you know, to a guy's number upfield, I was
dead on.
I was dead on. Yeah, I felt really good about my throws.
Well, you know, you were one of the nation's top elite quarterbacks in Division III football this past football season, and you know you've been excellent as a player and teammate for Bethany College Bison. You know, your whole college career here. How about in high school? You know, you played Little League and you know?
Yeah, I played Pop Warner since I was 7 all the way up until I became a freshman in high school. My freshman year in high school, I played on the freshman team. My sophomore year, I played quarterback my freshman year. And then as a sophomore, they moved me up to JV. I played quarterback on JV. We had a pretty good team then. We went, I think, 8-1 as a JV team. And then as a junior, they named me the starter. So
nice.
I got to start for 2 years. In my senior year, we ended up winning the championship, the state championship.
Yeah.
And that was the first one for my school in, I believe it was...
A long time?
Yeah, it was 24 years or something.
Wow.
20 years I think it was. So it was a great accomplishment for our school, our team. I was a captain of that team, so you know, it felt great to be able to lead a team with, you know, that hasn't done it in so long. To be able to come out and accomplish that, it felt great. And so, yeah, I have a lot of years of quarterback under my belt, and like I said, I love football. I live for it.
You won the state championships in high school, and then fill me in on how did you get here to Bethany College?
You know, after high school, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and I kind of got mixed up in the wrong crowd. Didn't end up going to college right out of high school, and so I kind of took a year off. I sat back and I was just kind of, you know, my high school coach kind of got under my skin a little bit throughout the second half of my senior year in high school, and it kind of, you know, it kind of broke my heart, kind of pushed me away from the game a little bit. And
Really?
yeah, so I wasn't really sure if I wanted to play moving forward, so I took a year off, and everyone said, you gotta play, and I was like, well, you know, I already kind of took a year off. I don't know if I can go back. You know, I'm gonna be rusty and this and that. And my high school coach for my junior year, he went and coached at a Division II school up in New Hampshire.
Okay.
And he actually gave me a phone call one day and said, hey, listen, you know, I think it'd be a good idea for you to get out of the area. You know, he mixed up with the wrong crowd, this and that. There's this guy down in West Virginia. I used to coach with him. He's a great guy, and, you know, you should give it a shot and see what it's like. And I've always looked up to that guy as, you know, basically my second father throughout all of high school. He was my go-to guy. You know, I always talked with him and everything, and I still keep in touch with him to this day.
That's great.
And so, you know, I kind of took it as, you know, he knows me. He knows what you know, what's best for me. I listened to him. I took the advice. July 2010, I took a flight out here, and no idea who Coach Garvey was. Landed at the Pittsburgh airport. He said, hey, I'm going to be in a white van picking you up. said, oh, what's going on here? You know, white van, a guy, I don't know. No, but no, he picked me up, and you know, I came down here. It was in the summertime. There was nobody on campus. So I mean, an already small school in the middle of nowhere was even more dead, if you can even imagine that.
No stoplights here, no gas stations.
Not for 6 miles. So it was a shock to me. I'm a city kid, but you know, I feel like in my first couple of days here, I really grew a close bond with Coach Garvey and Coach Weaver when he was here. Over them first 2 days I was with them, I just felt like I already connected with them. They kind of had the same attitude as my high school coach from my junior year, Coach Pat Murphy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so Coach Garvey, his coaching style is real similar to his and his attitude, so I felt real comfortable with him, and I just kind of took it and I said, you know, I'm going to take this opportunity and run with it. I showed up here for camp. It was probably about 3 or 4 weeks after my visit, and here I was on campus. 4 years later, I'm still here.
And then did you come in as the starter? Did they already have that planned? Or?
No. When I came in, there was 3 upperclassmen, 2 sophomores and a senior quarterbacks, and along with me, they brought in 8 other quarterbacks. So there was about 13 of us in camp that year, 12 or 13 of us. There was a lot of us, and so Coach Garvey didn't hand anything to me. He knew I was a good player.
Okay.
Coach Weaver knew I was a great player, and they told me, listen, it's not going to be handed to you. You know, you're going to have to battle for it. We got a senior who's been a starter, and then he was pushed to backup, became a starter, and then got beat out again. You know, so he was kind of on a roller coaster ride, and he was in his senior year looking to start, and you know, I just gave him my all throughout camp, and about a week before the first game, they called me over to the football office and told me I'll be starting. And so the other kid, the senior, he wasn't too happy at the time.
Typical.
Which is understandable, yeah. But he ended up taking every 3rd series or so, and we actually, throughout the season, as it went on and progressed, me and him became actually really good friends, and we still keep in touch till this day. So
networking's always great.
Yes, I feel like it was a great learning experience for both of us to, you know, see how football can, you know, even in the worst of positions in football, it can bring people together, you know.
Absolutely, it really does bring people together. It sets a certain type of bond between, you know, teammates.
Yeah, for sure.
And it just allows you to, you know, go through things together, win and lose together.
Yeah.
You know,
it's great to have, you know, a team of players that are all, you know, whether you're offense, defense, you know, they're all close by, like always by your side. It's a big family, you know, and
that's a big family.
Yeah, it's you know, it's great to have them. So that's what I've had and experienced here for the past 4 years, and I'm sure Coach Garvey will keep the tradition going with bringing in more great athletes, great people. So you know, I just feel like it's like you said, win or lose, they're going to be there, and that's what I've had here, and I couldn't ask for better teammates.
And that's good. You know, you've kept you know, in touch with past teammates, past coaches, and I'm sure you know, you'll definitely keep in touch with everybody who's affiliated with Bethany College football program.
Yes.
What was your favorite part about, you know, taking part in the pro day today at WVU?
I think it was, you know, besides the whole experience part, I think it was, I looked at it as a way for me to kind of showcase my talent to, you know, a wide range of scouts. You know, like I said, I've had a few scouts drop in here and there. A couple watched games live, so a couple got to see me live in action. A couple seen film. So, you know, you see on film, you know, you don't, I mean, you can only tell so much from film, but when you get to see someone in person, meet them in person, speak with them, and actually see their mechanics and the way they function, the way they talk to other people, the way they work with other players, the way, you know, it's just, it's a whole wide range of things that can be put together and you can show the scouts. and I feel like that's what I got to do. I got to, you know, I went in to WVU. I didn't know any of their players.
Yeah.
Ended up getting along with a lot of them pretty well.
That's great.
Yeah, got Noel Devine. He was a former WVU player. Me and him are going to hook up and throw some balls, and so I use it as a networking process to kind of work with some higher-end kids who have already had some experience. And like I said, I got to show off my talent in front of, you know, 14, 15 NFL scouts instead of, you know, here's a film or,
yes.
or you know, it's just a different. It's just a different experience.
I respect your very positive outlook on, you know, such a great opportunity. I mean, I'm sure you've been working towards, this is the day you've been, you know, this was your, you know, your tryout to show your stuff to actual NFL scouts that, you know, have expressed their beliefs in you and have motivated you and inspired you to take part in this today.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, how many teams would you say all 32 teams are there?
No, there was about 14 or 15 teams represented there. Okay. And like I said, I've had 8 or 9 teams come in throughout the season, some of which were there, some of which weren't. So I'd say together I probably got to showcase myself between the season and this, probably to, you know, 75% of the NFL teams, which I feel is great, you know.
I mean, you can't ask for more than that.
Exactly.
You know, maybe some more wins or something like that, but what team doesn't ask for that?
Exactly, yeah.
You know, where do you see yourself, you know, within the next 3 to 5 years? Do you see yourself going in the NFL, or you see yourself coaching? Do you see yourself going to school a little bit more?
Well, I'm definitely going to finish on my degree here. I'm set to graduate in May, and I'm looking forward to that. It's been a long but fun road here. I've met some great people along the way. I love this place, and
oh yeah.
But you know, I'd really like to play football at the next level, and you know, obviously, I'd love to get a shot in the NFL, whether it's get invited to a training camp, get picked up as a free agent, you know, whatever it is. I'd like to play, or at least get the opportunity to play in the NFL, and I'm going to continue to work towards that as this upcoming season approaches. So you'll find me around throwing some balls in the weight room. So that's really what I'm going to be preparing toward. And you know, like I said, I'm going to be preparing either way. So if I don't get invited, if I don't make a cut, whatever, I'm going to try and hopefully take it up with the CFL and try and get a shot there.
It's a great alternative. Now, talking about preparation and how you're going to prepare, how much different is your routine going to be, your preparation routine? You know, how much different is it going to be now that you're going to be trying out for the next level? I mean, is it going to be, you know, are you going to have to definitely improve your workouts, you know, your conditioning now that you're actually trying out for the Granddaddy League, the NFL?
Well, you know, I'm just gonna focus on continue getting stronger.
Yeah, what are your goals?
You know, I'm probably gonna stick with working with Coach Pedrati in the weight room. He's done an excellent job with me, preparing for this pro day and up to this point. So I'm probably just gonna continue working with him in the weight room. He's gotten me stronger. He's gotten me, you know, mentally tougher, faster. So I'm going to continue to work with him, and as of the pro day, you know, I'm going to look at it as an opportunity to better my flaws, and I feel like I got today was a chance for me to see where, you know, I need to be better and talk with some scouts and see what they have to say for input. So. You know, I'm going to definitely be working on my footwork from here on out. Like I said,
under center,
because I was a shotgun all of high school and all of college, so that's something new to me. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be working on that, and like I said, footwork. So footwork will only make my drop better, and I'm going to continue to throw, you know, hopefully 50, 60 balls 4, 5, 6 days a week and keep my arm in shape. And
that's got to be.
Yeah, I mean.
Exercise, 60 football, you know.
It's a long process, but.
Give that a try.
It's all worth it in the end. I feel like, you know, everyone feels tired when they come back from class, but, you know, you just got to pick up your body, pick up your mind, and just kind of, you know, just say, hey, listen, this is my chance. If I don't take it now, I'm never going to be able to take it, you know? Yeah. So that's how I try to look at it, and just kind of pick your body up and pick your mind up, take it all with you, put it into that 2 hours, 3 hours of work you're going to put in, and then take it back to your room, do your homework, go to bed, whatever you're going to do. But if you can bring yourself to go and get that work done for those couple hours, I feel like, especially myself, I'll have a great chance of playing at the next level.
That's fantastic. You know, your mindset and your attitude about this whole entire thing, I mean, this is a big deal. And I'm sure a lot of kids hope and pray and, you know, really wish that they could take part in this type of thing. And, you know, you're very humble about it. And, you know, I wish you the best of luck in doing that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try and stay humble and try and set an example for up-and-coming athletes, and especially some younger kids on the team. We got some good athletes here that may have a shot coming up, and, you know, I just hope to pass on my experiences to them, and hopefully they can learn from them and kind of take it for what it is and run with it. So. Yeah.
Now, I'm sure you're a busy guy. You know, you're a student athlete, and I noticed that you put student before athlete, which kind of seems hard to believe. You know, you just made president's list. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic.
I'm a student first, athlete second.
Absolutely, and I noticed that about you. I did get it. But you know, you made the president's list, and now, you know, you're doing great in football. And I just think that's awesome. How do you balance, you know, your family, your social, and your school activities? You know, is there a way you do that, or?
Well, you know, I'm a very organized person. I'm a very schedule-oriented person. I like to keep a list of tasks I need to do. I usually prioritize them, A, B, C. And
really?
Yeah, and that's usually, you know, A is usually my schoolwork, my important things I need to get done, like you said.
Academics?
Yeah, I made a president's list, so I'm doing something right, you know. But no, I just try and, you know, keep those at the top of the list, get my assignments that are due done. And, you know, sometimes some of them that are due in a couple weeks, you know, maybe I'll drop them down to a B, but I don't know. I just try and keep things prioritized. And like I said, school's always first, and I always get my family in mind. And, you know, I talk to my mother every day, my father every now and then, and it's just it just kind of turns into a daily routine where, you know, you realize when you have time for one thing and you don't have time for another thing, and it's just it's difficult to say the least, but like I said, you gotta put your body and mind to it and just attack it, and like I said, that's why I like to keep a schedule and prioritize things. I feel like it's a way of attacking one thing at a time, or one section of a thing at a time, and once you get that thing crunched down and finished, it's like an accomplishment to your mind, and you're on to the next thing. And it's just kind of, I feel like that's the best way, at least for me, to keep my mind in order.
Absolutely. Now, why, of all things, you know, you're going to school, and, you know, some people just, you know, pick up a sport and play it on the side to pass time, to help them keep organized and, you know, and focus with their actual schoolwork. They pick up a sport to do that, help balance that out. You know, it's obvious that you're a good student and a good athlete. Why do you want to chase after this dream? Why do you want the job as an NFL quarterback?
Well, you know, it's been one of my childhood dreams. You know, I've been doing it since I was 7 years old. I have pictures of me from when I was 3, 4, 5 years old with a football in my hand everywhere I went. And,
yeah.
I don't know, it's just one of those things I've always loved, and I've met some great people along the way that have pushed me and have inspired me to continue my journey. And you know, it's just one of those things that it kind of grows on you as you continue playing. You pick up leadership roles, especially as like I said, I've been a captain, I've been a quarterback. Those are two big positions, and I just like the role of, you know, just being the guy people go to talk with, and being the person on the field to lead the team out and to lead them in the huddles. And I just, you know, it's just one of those things. I've met great people and I've had great experiences, and it's just something I want to continue to do, and I feel like I'm on the right path to doing it.
Absolutely. It seems like you know, you have that positive attitude, that, you know, straightforward mindset. You know what you want, and it looks like you're after it.
It's a social worker's mindset.
Social worker's mindset. That is your major here at Bethany?
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about that. What have you done within the social work? You're about to graduate with a social work degree?
Yes. And, you know, coming in, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I was in psychology originally, and my kind of had a mentor throughout high school, and he kind of helped me keep my head on straight when I went through some tough times with my family and different things. And he's always kind of been by my side. I still speak with him, and he's kind of inspired me to do what I'm doing now, and that's social work. And I've had, in my 4 years here, I've done 3 different internships.
Wow.
I've done a 30-hour one, 2 50-hour ones, and a 500-hour one.
Wow.
I recently just completed my 500-hour internship in the fall semester, which was during football season. So that was a rough semester for me.
500 hours.
I ended up with a 4.0, ironically, that semester. But
Sometimes that's how it works. You know? The busier you are, the better you are.
Yeah, but I enjoyed every moment of that. I worked with, you know, with underprivileged youth and at-risk youth, and in the city of Wheeling, and they come from surrounding areas all throughout West Virginia, and somewhere in emergency shelters, and just different at-risk, you know, adolescents and youth and people that needed help. And I got to speak with them. I got to do activities with them. I got to, you know, just a bunch of different things with them. And that's what I honestly love doing, because that's what I had done to me. And I honestly feel like it's taken
Paying
me
it forward?
Yeah, it's taken me down this journey, and you know, now I love, you know, paying it back to other people, and I feel like I relate to a lot of other people really well, and I love speaking with kids. I love working with kids, and a lot of them, you know, some of them look at me like I'm famous because I'm a college quarterback. So, you know, I always have a great time with them, and sometimes it's a good laugh, and other times, you know, it can be heartbreaking, some of the things you see, but that's part of the major I chose, and that's what, you know, I'm looking forward to doing with my life. And, you know, whether it goes social work or it goes football, they're 2 completely different paths. But hopefully, one way or another, I can bring them together. You know, I can do football and speak to children throughout schools, or run some type of foundation activity, something. You know, that's what I would really like to do.
That's a great idea.
And if not, you know, hopefully, you know, I can take my social work and improve some youth's lives throughout the path, throughout my journey. And, you know, whether it's working shelters, doing whatever, I would just like to, you know, keep kids involved in the community. And, you know, I really have a big heart for kids. That's my thing.
Very respectable.
Yeah, I feel like they, you know, you can always work with them if they're willing to work with you, and it's all about growing a bond with them, and I feel like I can relate, and I feel like I work well with them, so I love doing it.
Are you going to make it back, you know, talking next football season here at Bethany? Are you going to make it back to see any of the games? You gonna be a part of that, or you don't know what you're up to next? I'm looking for what's up next for Matt after graduation.
it's going to be a lot of, with what happens over the next couple of months with football and stuff, and it could be an unexpected turn where I move miles and miles away from here, and I might be in season as well, So
Yeah.
I'd love to come back and catch a couple games, even talk with the team before the games, and kind of hopefully fire them up and get them going. And
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see them have a winning season, and I feel like they have great potential this year. We returned a majority of our starters on offense and defense, and our defense should be pretty strong. And our offense definitely has some weapons returning, and I feel like the group of kids we had last year that are coming back this year all have a really good bond together, and I feel like that could be the difference. And they're all really trustworthy of their coaches, and I feel like it's going to be a great year. So I'd love to come back and catch some games. I really would. And like I said, it depends on what happens and where I'm at and what time I have free. So
Yes.
we will see. But
Well, it was great catching up with you. It was great getting to hear about your pro day and what's up next for you and what's happened in the past with you. And we kind of gave everybody the scoop, and now they're in the loop. And let's tell them, hopefully we'll see Matt Grimard on, TV, the NFL, CFL, AFL,
it'd be
somewhere.
nice. That would be nice. That's my dream. So.
But your dreams are they're definitely within reach, Matt.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you, definitely coming on the show
Well,
today.
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You gave me this football, and you signed it. You said, think positive or don't think at all. So that's my favorite quote, my quote of the day here for the show. And think positive or don't think at all. Now you got the scoop. You're in the loop. See you next time, folks.